Hello and welcome to Bible study with me, Christian Holm. Today I'm going to go through the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, and verses 10 to 12. And if you are, this is part number 19 in this Bible teaching series that I have called the Recipe for Salvation Bible teaching series. And if you are wondering which kind of Bible translation that I am using when I am recording this video, it is the New Revised Standard Version from American Bible Society. So I will read all these 3 verses first, the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, and verses 10 to 12. I read all these 3 verses first, and then I start to explain these verses. Okay, I start reading now. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. So the first verse here, verse number 10. I read it again. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. For righteousness' sake, it can be as simple as they are believing in Jesus Christ as their Messiah. That can be they're believing in him and they are praying to him and they're praying to him and they are meeting in churches or in synagogues, and they are worshiping Jesus Christ. And for the sake of meeting in a church or for the sake of meeting in a synagogue and believing in Jesus Christ and meeting together with fellow brothers and sisters, for that simple act, only because of that, some people might persecute them for that. Maybe some people will be violent and dangerous against these believers just because they believe in Jesus Christ. Maybe they will chase them from city to city, or maybe they will be violent, maybe even deadly dangerous to these people. Some examples of persecution. That they are being chased, hunted from city to city, or bullied, that they call you names. Yeah, that was the first verse, verse number 10. And then verse 11, I read it again. Blessed are you when people revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. This revile you, that is they are making your name, your personal name. They're saying maybe very ugly things about your character, about you as a person. They revile you. It can be that they are saying lies about you in a mocking way. And here, like I said here, I read it again, verse 11. Blessed are you when people revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. This about this when it says here, and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account, that people speak all kinds of evil, all kinds of lies, all kinds of evil lies, all kinds, literally, all kinds of evil lies about you falsely. They can make up any kind of ugly lie about you just because you are a true believer, and they want to mock you. They want to speak badly about you in a mocking way. They want to bully you. They want to maybe even be physically violent against you. It can be many different things. Persecution, reviling, and that people utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on Jesus Christ's account. Because they believe, in Jesus Christ, then because of this, then this happens. For example, I was a member in a certain organization. On the paper, I think I'm still a member in this organization, but I was a member in this organization. I was quite clearly showing that I had, because with my positivity, my positive attitude, that I was kind to everybody, and I also said it out loud sometimes that I was believing in Jesus Christ. And then I was bullied by someone and discriminated by someone in this organization. And then there was I would say, a corrupt boss who herself was a narcissist. And then this man that was clearly a narcissist, and when he dropped his mask, when the mask fell off, I took my opportunity to reveal him that he was a narcissist because he was bullying me, and I took the opportunity to stand up for myself and tried to corner him, and I successfully cornered him, smoked him out. I smoked him out that he was a narcissist, that he was bullying me, and I told him to stop doing it. Then the next day, I came to this meeting, and then, of course, he had the one that I trusted, I chose to be one of the witnesses on my side to to that she should tell her version. But of course, he had only blackmailed her into lying, or he had gaslighted her to think that this was the right thing to do. So she lied, and then because of this, I was kicked out from this organization. I was shut out from it. I guess I'm allowed to come back, but it's not fun to come back when one of my best friends betrayed me. One of my best friends in that organization betrayed me. And because this idiot, this bullying person, this man, he either gaslighted her or he blackmailed her into lying, so that she only spoke negatively about me, nothing positive. So I was so shocked. So I stood up for myself, like, stop bullying me. I was discriminated and I smoked him out. I cornered him, and I took the opportunity when his mask fell off, and he was clearly there naked, and he's the narcissist, and he's the one that he deserves the blame and not me. And then I was discriminated even more, because then they lied about me, and I was kicked out when he should lose his job. He should lose his job because he did this to me that was working as a volunteer there. He should lose his job and I should have stayed, but instead I was kicked out. And yeah, this is one example of how it can be when someone who is a narcissist, being an employee working in this working place, and then there's a boss that is also a kind of passive aggressive narcissist herself. And of course, when this other employee, the woman, lied to this boss, of course she listened to this lie, because false people, they listen to lies, they listen to liars, they believe in what the liars are saying. But the real people, they're believing in the version that comes from the person that is speaking the truth. And I was clearly speaking the truth. But anyway, I was kicked out. Anyway, I was shut out from that organization. And I don't want to come back, because not right now, at least, because I guess that man is still working there, and I know he hates me. And if I come back, he will continue. He will probably bully me again and try to provoke me into anger, because I didn't become angry that time when I smoked him out. I was calm. So his passive aggressiveness didn't work that time. But yeah. Okay. And the last verse here. Verse number 12. Rejoice and be glad. Verse 11 first. I read verse 11 first. Blessed are you when people revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. And then verse 12. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. So their promise is that there is great reward in heaven if they persecute you in these ways. And the prophets that were before Jesus Christ, they also were persecuted in the same way. Okay, thank you for today.